I need to talk about what year. I really have good connections with China and their 12 sign horoscope, the animals, like first the buffalo, then the rat, then the rabbit. And we're gonna stop right there because this year is the year of the rabbit. And it says that it was actually a cat. It's a sacred animal in the Egyptian culture and in ours because of their healing capacities. Um, that it was hidden to be a rabbit. Also, they say that it just got blurred away while they were painting it on and on. But just some things can be hidden away sometimes to be a little bit protected. So not everything is exactly what it seems. It could be something similar but not quite. And this is what we have to keep in mind. I think that after what's going on in the world, what we really have experienced is a big trust problem when it comes to what is real, especially from our governments. And I do believe that we have a responsibility as, a citizen of a country. I know that everybody has responsibilities, we all have to eat. But if we don't push the system, we will have to work harder. And even worse, because let's face it, we don't trust all the news about the corona vaccine. We all think that it was very weird. A lot of people died. Now it's all just disappearing. We are having some problems with bacteria that are resistant to penicillin, and this is going to be an issue. I can tell you that. And we need to really think ahead of where we're going. I feel that this year, and I'm gonna describe the rabbit to use that energy, is the rabbit of fire. So it's definitely not a year to sit down and be quiet. You will have to be alert, and you will have to keep moving. Fusions are gonna happen, But the rabbit is not an animal that seeks for conflict at all. The rabbit is not the cat either. These are animals that pretty much graze, and they are a calm energy. The cat anyway. The rabbit can be a little bit more stressed, and they're nurturing energies. They don't want to fight. They want to talk about things. They care a lot about their families, and I think this is very important in the world, to actually take care of your family. After trust is being broken, there's gotta be a healing process. First of all, we need to accept the situation and just put the hand over your heart and say, I don't trust my government, because many weird things have been happening. And I can't believe that the situation, it's a lot of news. The media is not, nobody's taking real responsibility. It's really out of control. All of it. Like, you don't believe the news, I rather listen to people talk like this. I rather follow people on Instagram right now, because everything that has money-wise is stained. Everybody, I am trying to study account management, and it's just all the privacy, all the things they have, all the information they can get through the Google Analytics, all these things they have on us. And I really feel that we all in the whole world are aheading something. They want to take away the cash. This is not good. I don't feel comfortable with it. Nobody asked me. I want to keep having cash. And if somebody wants to use the card, then we maybe have to separate towns, countries even. There's gotta be some kind of option for every person. Like, I like graffiti, then the place where I live should have a lot of it. How difficult can it be to just make things happen? If everybody just thinks that you are paying somebody else to do this job for you, you are wrong. You are paying somebody else, but you are not taking any responsibility of what's going on. So right now you're just giving away the money to something that you don't even know what it's doing. If you need to really show everything you do, it should be the same way around. And it should be exactly as a company. It's a deal that you make with them. They promise you to deliver a service of health, of school systems, of security. And let's take this problem too. The police brutality has to stop. It needs to be hard punishment for a person that's working in that role that treats another person bad. All human beings are equal. No matter what they have done, they are equally worth. The human rights about just having them, it's something that we really need to work with. And I feel that the world should maybe call in sick a week and just do this. Just take the time of doing this. Or else, people are going to get sick. We cannot continue to live in a lie, and pretend that everything is okay and just push on, and just push and just, okay, a heavier bag all the time. Okay, and now this happened and this happened. And there's got to be a confrontation at some point. And I think you should get together. This is time. We have never had so much information about things. Like if you think Google Analytics, nudging, marketing, the sales is just, I think, personally, that I was studying it, I think it was really boring way. Like, they are using all the tools possible to know how you gonna consume. Like it's gone out of the finesse of actually having something to sell. Like, I don't feel comfortable with all this information. I want to keep my information and I want to sell it in that case because it's my information. It's not for you to take. When you told me about the phone, I don't agree with all these terms. You cannot just say the cookies. We need to really take care about what we are signing on. I know that we don't have the time. So there's got to be some kind of enterprise that has to deal with this. In the first world countries, there is organizations, and we have to push them. We have to work together, and this is the way we are going to make it out of this. The other day, I saw a young boy jump in front of the train, and it's because he has no trust in the generations before me. And I am pretty mad at them too. The people that were grown-ups in the 80s, you got to smoke your ganja, you got to listen to Bob Marley, you had a lot of great music around you. You had lovers, givers, to understand when food finally was beautiful, a little bit more respectable than what it has become today. And you already knew about the crisis. Sweden has a 16-year-old girl representing the country. I think it's a political joke. And how can people just accept this? Okay. They're gonna take all of you. If you can work for free at a business, nobody's gonna pay you just because. You always need to ask for money. You always have to demand your worth. And you're worth as much tax as you pay. And that's the right that you have. That's your little possession, your contribution to society. But right now we need to accept that whatever society is doing, this company that is running things, or many companies, I don't know how this is working. It ain't working. Okay? Bacteria are getting resistant against antibiotics. This is a very, very serious problem. A lot of people won't be able to be treated. To understand that the bacteria is developing, but we aren't. And we never had so much communication skills as before, but we don't speak to each other about the things that are really, really important. If you want to use your phone to send information about this, do it. Use it. Demand it. Is the page too complicated? Demand it. Or else change company. And I promise you there will be people in marketing that are trying to do this. I'm going to need everybody to trust the process. Just trust that if you're doing the right thing, you will receive. Doors will open because we are all in this together, the whole world. And Pachamama and the universe and the stars and all the planets align. Oh, I don't know how big your radii is, but I'm not going to talk about God like that, like Jesus or Muhammad. I don't believe that a sect, it's too basic for what I'm looking for. I don't believe that going back to Christianity or going into a mosque will help us. That is just separating people. And what the world needs right now is international relationships, because we have been out of control for too long. People are developing languages. I speak 3 of them. I have the luck to be in Sweden. It ain't fun here. People are really weird. I'm just going to say it like out there. I'm from Chile. I miss my home a lot, but I have work to do here. Not everything can be as you wish. Not everything is going to be easy or comfortable, but I promise you that it will be worth it if you do it for the right reasons. And the rabbit is a very familiar animal. He pays attention to all the details. He hears something, and this is the way we need to start reacting. Because in some kind of way, it deep inside that it ain't working. It ain't working. Our kids are suiciding because they don't trust the process. And that's the most alarming thing that a society can deal with. That's enough. So this is time for changing. We're going to keep developing. All the people that think about the Armageddon, please, I don't know, take a cruise somewhere, disappear for 3 months or something. Just leave the place. If you feel insecure about the change, I don't care. Because I'm looking for the people that really want to work. It's going to take some work. It's going to take you calling sick. It's going to take you, ask for more vacation. It's going to take this demand of you, of the system that is not feeding you. It's going to take demanding of the communication that is not communicating you, that is just stealing from you to the end. How can it be possible that all my photos are owned because this is the platform's rule? I think we forgot who really is important here. And everybody. Like I can see in my class how people just already there want to freeze out somebody. I don't even know why. Like, why does people do that? Why does people have to talk about somebody as a bad? Why? That's, that energy. We need to construct. Or else, I don't think there is or else. Have you seen like the catastrophes like of clothing and Shein and people working for nothing? And, it's just, I have to just say, this is not a dream. It's not an utopia. It's a task. It's a thing that you must get freaking done. It's not optional. Globally. End the war. How long? How long? I don't want to be part of it. And you have to think that things change. It's not always going to be the same. Things develop. Things change. People change. It's just, I need to give you the passé to action and inspire you to move towards the things that are important for us right now. I can't believe that I can, take my life to go to the church, but I can't not talk about tarot that easily. This is my religion. I find it very interesting. And that's my freedom of speech, my freedom of belief. Like if they demand respect from me, you have to respect me. That's like equal values. Nobody's better than anybody. I'm sure people are better than most people in their talents because everybody got talents. Of course, everybody's good at something. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on something that gives you. If you go to work Just because you have to go to work and you hate it, quit it, move. Try to work from home. These are good opportunities for change. There will be a lot of people demanding other things. Create it, but do it from the right points of view. Take time to complain. Is it too complicated? Complain about complaining. It's the only way to go. You know, resources and all this thing, and they always putting it on us. Like this shit about the climate catastrophe, excuse me, but this has been here since 80s in the news. And I demand the generation that was grown up by then, that had children, to get on it. So our children can believe that we are working for them, with them. It's really unfair to give whatever is around these kids today. And even with all these restrictions and cookies and stuff, we aren't able to control it. It's a shame. And it's because everybody's thinking about, I don't know. But that's, get focused. Be a rabbit. Think about your family, the values, education, good schools, good teachers. Get your goals and priorities straight. If you don't know about a topic, don't talk. There's a lot of people complaining just because to complain. Complaining is really easy. It's the solution it's the solution that we're looking for. I think about a problem and I give a solution. I don't just scream it out on the social media just to be seen. I don't have to talk about somebody else really badly just to be seen, just to feel better. Those energies are just get out. Just don't even try, until you figure, if you talk about other people badly, because it makes you feel a little bit superior. I'm talking about bullies, I don't know, bosses, whatever. Especially people using their power. In any case, shame on you. I hope karma really gets you, bites you like a shark. Because this is a big problem. The lies, all the fake information. Once you stop lying to yourself, you will be able to see who lies to you. And we all know that the government, whatever they are doing, all over the place. Martin Luther King thought about this together as brothers, right? It's not gone. We still have to finish the task. Just because he was killed, somebody else will have to jump up with the same task. This is where sometimes we surrender. That was also the first black president, I need to remind everybody, because people cried when Obama won. Martin Luther King was the first, back in '63. And he took a Nobel Prize for this. And people, when he was having his speech here in Sweden, I listened to it in YouTube. He was beginning his speech and people were talking and laughing. Please raise your children. I can't believe that, people don't want to be teachers anymore. This is very, very important. Get ahead of the society, or else the good people will leave. I promise you. We already lost most of the best artists we ever had. And I'm reminding you of the power of music. And you better respect music. The musicians are the most beautiful, creative people in the world. I have to say it. This is a version of a very, very good psychiatrist that I follow. And he believes in that healing is the most important thing, no matter what. Okay, do you need, drugs? Is it okay to say drugs? Antidepressants? What are we getting? The COVID vaccine? Why can we not just get, is cocaine gonna make us feel better? That's the first thing. People sometimes have to do years for having a bag of something and sitting next to a rapist. It's wrong. Here in Sweden, the police shot a little kid with Down syndrome 24 times or something like that. It was unbelievably disgusting crime. And they didn't even go to jail. I threatened a cop one time. Oh my God, I got trial because I just threatened him. It's out of control. And the only way to fix it is by working. And if you don't feel like working, then get out, take a vacation. Because or else you put other people to work as double as you. And we all in this together. Like all these first world countries. Okay, I'm in Sweden, this is a first world. But they are retarded in some other places, I swear to you. There is nothing perfect. And the talking shit needs to stop. You need to stop demanding that from the TV. If there's nothing to see and you don't like it, turn the shit off. Buy an aquarium. Because I think that is really, really just not helping you. All these people, ugly people with Botox, they look like freaks, giving the news to you. You cannot even see if they're lying or not. It's wrong. And I don't want to live like this anymore. People don't. Leader and stuff, you need to start working from down up, not from up down. We need to create together with all the things we want. You live very close to your neighbors, I guess. I live in a little flat in Stockholm and I hear my neighbors. It's time to connect with them. I need them and they need me. And this is the only way it's going to work. And you better pass all those stupid differences about religion, about racism, about social status, about what jeans they wear. You know, all these difficulties that really are, I cannot even imagine, you know, that people really lose time with this. When they are like, okay, Antarctica is melting. Species are like being erased. They're taking away our cash without our concern. I want to be able to choose these kind of changes. I am not under a dictatorship. And this is the situation in the world. So in that case, let's call it a dictatorship. But stop lying to yourself, to each other, and start connecting with people. I don't know why people are so scared of each other. Ain't nobody perfect here. We all freaking tired. Disappointment and healing. And yes, can you believe that in this country, in Sweden, people pay 30% taxes. And they've been paying this for years and years and so many years. And we don't even have a place to live because there's not enough rooms. There's not enough apartments in Stockholm. Oh, that's not enough. Then fix it. You know, who is the guest? Who is the demand? You know, like in a hotel, in a restaurant, they will serve you. Because that's what they should do. Serve. Especially if they're gonna work in communities. Or else maybe they should go and do something else. You know, but there are people that like hospitality. There are people that want to be a doctor because they want to take care of people, not because the amount of money. Just because you're a doctor, it doesn't mean that you're a good doctor. Just because you fry a hamburger, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. But let's accept that not everybody gets the same chance, but we all have the same value, like the ground basic value of needing safety to continue. And after all this misinformation and corona and fake and this is just way too bad. You know, if we work together and I did this, you'll fire me. You'll probably take me to court. So get together Because or else you have other people working a lot alone. And this is when the mistake happens. We need to unite, like it or not. United States of America, it's a great, great place. People love to talk shit about that country. I don't know why, because it's so big maybe. But the amendments that they made it in the Constitution about all the new rules that they wanted to get away from Europe, because that's what happened. They wanted to start something new, get away from the monarchy. We have a king here. I don't know what he does. Why isn't he taking care of the fucking climate crisis? He's old enough to have seen all it coming. Why is not the queen working with this like full time? Why is a fucking 16-year-old girl that makes this country look miserable? It's a shame. I don't respect anymore this government or the people. Because the people love to talk shit right now about the other people. Like the refugees that are coming in here. Yeah, they say it's all their fault. And we're going back to Nazi time. Are you unable to create a new path? Do you really need the information to be instructed to you? You cannot think for yourself of what is right. I demand you to do this. Like racism and all those things, we don't have time for that. It's stupid. We all human beings have the same value, no matter what we wear or where we live. And this is something that the kids need to learn so they can build better things for us when I'm old and tired. And I don't have to die alone in the house somewhere where the cat is eating me, because this is happening in Sweden. People don't take care of their families. This is the first word I'm going to talk about it. People don't take care of their families. They don't have time. So they send them to this ålderdomshem, I don't know. It's not even like United States where they all live together and they have their small apartments. Like they see in the films. This is really, really sad. Some people never leave the room. And the person that's coming here, that's taking care of them, is a refugee or somebody that's trying to get into the system. But how will you feel? Like they're having Nazi thoughts. They're blaming it all on you, and then they have to take care of your elders. What kind of work do you think they're gonna do? Relationships are very important. I think this is the only thing we should focus on. Relationship with your doctor, relationship with the teacher, relationship with your neighbor, in case something will ever happen. And we need to actually accept that this independent state, that the state has to take all of the tax because they will take care of it for you, ain't working. Sweden is a place that also has the monopoly of alcohol. They cannot even decide when they drink. It's unbelievable. So the whole world, and they don't trust them. They will get sick. I believe that you are a human being, and if there's nothing wrong with you, and if you have little too many, maybe your neighbor will drive you home. Start relationships. Get good godfathers to your children. Build together. This is the only way to make it. And try to laugh about all the stupidity we have been put through. And thank God that we are waking up. And I know people are saying that, or just fed up. Let's put it like it is. Wake up, all that stuff, all the spiritual stuff, It also where did you read that? And people don't respect it. Fed up, I think, sounds more reasonable. If you are talking about relationship into business, if it was a business, I'll take you to court. And we will do this because the justice system is also unfair. Cops don't get judged. They don't get judged because they killed the kid. I can't believe, and nobody did anything. Everybody just stands and look. But then a little refugee comes and he's talking Swedish in a new way. You know, he has to talk Swedish. He has to learn a language to get into this country. A language that 10 million people speak in the world. 10 million. And he has to, after all his traumatizing, move to Sweden and learn the language, or else he's not well received. In Sweden, everybody speaks English. Like, they have the luxury to actually have some good schools that taught them English. Why don't we teach them English? So they can communicate and help their countries. Why do we have to take care of this little language right now? Why do we have to force people? What is more convenient? It's time to really take care of the money you are investing in this big company we have together. Because this is the situation. I'm here and I'm, knocking on your door. We are the owners of the same company. I'm like, dude, I don't think our delivery is really working out. No, it's not, man. I'm fucking stressed out. I can't believe, having 2 children. Just the stress of having 2 children for a mother, and then all the things, the war and stuff. Jesus Christ, give it a fucking break. What about the FN and all these institutions that we're supposed to fix so it never happens, I think that if you have a business and you promise me something and you don't deliver, it's time to go and create a new one with new people, new management. And whoever had the other organization, just get the kick, and not invited to the piñata party because he may be the piñata if he's hanging around the wrong crowd, because that's okay to feel. Accept what's happening. Deal with your emotions. Cry if you need it, but don't go and take pills so you become, so you can handle it. If you can't sleep at night, don't go and take pills so you can handle it. Be there. Be with the insomnia. Call in sick to work and say, I couldn't sleep because of all what's happening. Be honest. We are human beings. We work already 40 hours a week. That's a lot of time. I don't even own a piece of land in the planet I live on. And everybody just keeps on going. Like, I don't want to. Then I need to separate. I want to go somewhere else. I need you to share the space. Then I want, it's got to be some inclination. It can't be the same things here and there. What Portugal did, also with the narcotica, how long are they going to play this war on drugs? But it's okay to give us, I don't know what, in the COVID. Or sleeping pills, I don't know, or a lot of people, and the animals get a lot of medicine as well. That's why it's becoming resistant, because everything is just very badly done. It's a bad result of a long time investment. And it's time to accept that we don't need another H&M. We don't need another, a big store. Do we? We need to find authenticity. I don't want to look like them. Okay, I understand that. It's time to move on from this very depressing state of humanity. It's just a disappointment. And here in Sweden, when I talk about these problems, like the real problems, like unfair problems, like government, that's why it's called the Stockholm Syndrome. They don't want to deal with it. They sometimes can rather turn on me because it's too much. So these people may need some help. Maybe that's why there's so much refugee here. Just trust the process. Trust there is something helping you. If you don't believe in God, I don't care. Call it Santa Claus. But you need to have some faith. Okay, Whitney Houston died. She used drugs. Maybe she was in pain. That's why she could sing. You don't know a lot. They think that they know a lot about, doctors right now. They should be, oh my God, they should see you and read you. Yeah, probably. They should just... But they are stressed out too. They live under the same conditions. Ain't nobody happy. We're all stressed out. We should take a big break for like a year, all of us, and demand it. And I don't know, we have to talk to Russia, because I don't think we're getting through really good. How long has been Ukraine war? Like, does this long time for, the most sophisticated and people with real education and masters and I don't know, they got into them positions. Does it take this far to complete a task of ending a war? You need to end the fire. You need to put out the fire. Okay, but I know. And it's been more than a year. Talk about this. If you need to talk about negativity, talk about the truth negativity. Don't go around pretending that this doesn't exist and talk about people that really care for you maybe. Like, I don't know, Kanye West. Everybody, he's crazy. He knows probably more than you do. Remember that you just have the information you've been looking for. What is being given to you until you take control of your life. The rabbit of fire is the year we are on. And I'm going to trust the Chinese horoscope because I want to connect with China. China produces a lot for us and we need to keep working with China. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't want China. What the fuck? This ain't kindergarten. I can't believe that the politicians actually got this far with their celebrity, I don't know what they're doing. It's stupid from my point of view, from what I was promised and what I'm paying for and what all your family behind you paid for because everybody paid. And they should really, really make sure that we know exactly what they do. Exactly. We should all get a big catalog of everything they did with everything. They should have a fucking TV channel about what they do and how they're gonna cut even more. And maybe have good relationships with China will help everybody. You see, it's the resources of us that we have in the world. It's not anybody's anymore. And this is what you need to demand. People that work there need to demand that, no, I don't want to take it because it's devaluated. Then you need to, no. And it's gonna take you enter a character. It's gonna take your liberation of whatever things that we freely, like nudging, just like, if you close that door, then you go there, Instead of taking the time of considering where the ship is going. I don't like where it's going. It's just too much out of my power now, especially with the telephones that should be smartphones. They should fucking clean my house. I get really angry. I make a lot of music and I have things to say. People, they may think whatever, but I really don't care because I don't think they ever said something like this to me. And I wish somebody had. Because it's very motivational. Instead of just complaining about everything. Complaining is really, really easy. But if you complain with a solution in a way, that's better. And now I don't need you to believe it. It's not believing. It's not Santa Claus. It's not because people believe in Jesus and believe in Virgin Mary. That she was a virgin and Adam and Eve. They believe in that. But they don't believe that we can actually work together. That we have to work together. It's an obligation. It's out of control. And I can't keep saying this. All the musicians said this. So you better listen to who really loves you. Making music is a great talent. It's vibrational. It's a person making a sound with the purest emotions. And you love them. That stopped too. There used to be motivation for us. Like Queen, Led Zeppelin. They flew away, you know. They talked about doing things that were, what? Censored? What about freedom of speech, you know? The kids are screaming drugs today, like, okay, maybe it's time to let go. Maybe some people should open small affairs with this, because I don't trust the I don't know, the social thingy. They, you know, maybe marijuana is something that we need. If it's from the earth and Bob Marley smoked it, let's try it. But whatever changes this, the antidepressants and the sleeping pills, they're just making you become a zombie. The alcohol is also one of the worst drugs ever. It's really bad for you, especially if you don't know exactly what they're putting in the bottles. Okay? If everybody works, this will be easy. If everybody decides and just don't give up. We don't have a choice. Biden, what about this Willow project? No, you won't go, no. You know, I don't want NASA, I'll take you away, I'll take you to court. No. Are the cops going to come and hit us then? Is that allowed? No. Definitely no violence. If you feel like you can't control yourself, then maybe you shouldn't lead a meeting. And if you feel that you have to hit somebody because you're in a position of power, you should really leave and go far, far away. Far, far away. And live like a refugee all your life, because people should chase you for hurting the freaking trust that is essential for security and for other bigger things to live. Like trust. It's very, very important that we manage to develop. After World War II, people had many children. People have 4 children here in Sweden, like the statistics, because they thought what happened was so freaking awful that it will never happen again. You know, so this is where people want to be. I will never, ever take responsibility that it's my fault what is happening, that I am responsible for the mess. I'm not kitchen manager in here. I'm no boss of this country. I'm a customer. I'm actually an investor. So I want, dude, and change things. Talk to the people that work there. Talk to them like human beings. Don't talk to them like you're going on a customer. Talk to them in another level. And change the freaking things that bother you. Demand. This is what we forgot about. And if you are tired, don't go to work. Don't go to work. Learn to live with less. If nobody's buying things, you know, like, well, maybe we'll starve. I'd rather that than keep giving this, you know, like completely wrongly built thing that is making our children kill themselves, jump in front of a train. And I saw that. And I have to live with it. Nobody, you know, everybody just kept going. Here, first country, Sweden, taking refugees because people don't want to live here, because there is not enough people. You know, don't ever take refugees and then say, oh, but now, you know, we change our mind. Oh, it's too much work. What the fuck? Stop. You know, if you don't have enough class or enough service sufficiency, I bet that there are many people that will teach you. People that really like working with service, like hotel people and waitresses are really, really good at this. So it doesn't mean that, you know, they have less value. I don't understand why the salaries are so different. What does it mean to be a good waitress? These people is handling your food. She could poison you. She could, it's not just, why? It's a beautiful job. Demand change. We have unions, people before worked really hard for us to build this. And, look a little bit up to United States. Because people, especially here in Europe, oh my God, they love talking shit about the States. It bothers me a lot. Have you checked yourself, Sweden? Like, you're 10 million people with a lot of refugees that you don't want, are forcing to learn Swedish, that it's a language they will never, ever, ever use again. Like, give them something else. Give them English. They all speak English. Like, what's the problem? Why print books in science for 10th? I don't know how many people in the psychiatry here, huh? You see? Why not develop? If something worked for Portugal, why not put it everywhere? If Amsterdam is working for demence, why not put it everywhere? How long do we have to try the things to believe in them? The corona vaccine went really, really fast. And a lot of companies made a lot of money from us. We are the same as the animals. So the people that want to really rescue the animals, like, really? I don't think you see in the big picture. Maybe you're trying to, I think you need to look a little further away. You go and save the cow, go and save the chicken, but nobody gonna save you if you don't move. The only way that we can do this and create the farms and the things that we deserve, because this earth was given for us, okay? It's us, it's ours, all of us. And I can't believe that there is a Danish company in Chile right now just taking a lot of minerals because the laws are made like this. This is, John F. Kennedy was about to change this. He was about to change this process. He said it. There is proof on YouTube that he wanted to stop bigger countries from getting into newer ones, younger ones, that had a lot of things. This has to stop. And we are going to use the law. Get into law school. Be a good lawyer. Don't be a sneaky bastard. Then you can get into, I don't know where that position is going to go. Sneaky sneak. I don't know where that's going to go anymore. Because a sneak is something that we should really try to take away from our society. A sneak. Somebody that steals from you. Somebody that, you don't know, it may hurt you anytime. Or make you feel used. And don't defend you. Maybe even, who's supposed to protect you, but they don't defend you. It's weird that we are accepting all this. And people fight. People are fighting all over the world. But it's time to consider stopping the protest, because the protest is not working out. You all unite in something, but nobody talks. You all give comments. Nobody leads. Nobody, takes position. Give the alpha the place. There is an alpha, there is a beta, everything is. Just take the place. Not what you want to be. Where you are. There's a difference. I'm doing this because I don't see anybody else doing this. Okay? I don't think alpha want to be alpha. That's the beauty of it. They have to. And this should be a person that is respected. A creative person that tries to push things forward should be respected. And we should actually go back to all the beautiful people that we already had in the world and didn't get enough attention. Because there is beautiful people behind you. It's just that you don't know them. And the books should be able to be in every library. International library. And don't change them. You don't need to change the versions from the 2005 or 2091. Why do you need to change them? Do you need to sell more books? Need to buy more trees? Are you sure? Do you really need more clothes? What do you need? Don't buy clothes. Buy food. demand the prices to go down. Somebody will. Start competition between them. Start competition between who is selling. And they will have to push and push through the, distributor and stuff. This is the way it works. Who is pushing? Right now we are all like messed up under a ghost. This is not even real. It's just nobody takes action. The music is really important. And I would like to try to motivate kids, because I believe in kids. And I'm not talking kids like, Hannah Montana kids. I'm talking about young teenagers. I'm talking about 15 plus, hopefully. No more child labor. No more Michael Jackson just in front of you and you applaud. Nobody does anything. And this happens just in front of your face and you just, okay, this is the but he's, I don't know. You find excuses. They're exploding a child in front of you. He shouldn't be working, entertaining like a monkey. And the monkey some people are, busy with the monkey. But what about these people here? Hannah Montana, all those things. No. Where is now the Save the Children and all this stuff? Isn't this like your responsibility? Or you have no power? Then we need to change and create something new. And give it maybe a year. You have a year to do this. And people will change positions. Create new ways to live. Nobody wants this anymore. And people are jumping in front of the train because they don't believe that we can do it. Just because we just never do it. It's like, are we going to have a party? Okay, but it never happens, But it's just let's have it. Let's move towards it and not stop. This is my new job. I am a member of planet Earth and I need to take care of it. And I know it. Because whoever was responsible, whoever I paid to do this job didn't deliver to me. I feel betrayed. This is also okay. Emotions about this, of course. Do you feel betrayed when a friend betrayed you? It's the betrayal. And people are trying to write about this on LinkedIn, and I really don't. I'm losing the respect for whatever the platform was supposed to be. If people don't want to share their information, you can't force them. I don't want to. That's it. You don't share any information. Police have fucking private documents and stuff. What? No. Good luck. Year of the Rabbit. Fire Rabbit. Stay familiar. Stay curious. Be scared. Be like a little rabbit. Make new holes. Make sure that the safety comes first, the hole. If you need to go like a little more dramatic, then you can use the metaphor of Alice in Wonderland, okay? If you need more colors and stuff. I don't know, whatever works for you. But try to make a pretty picture of it. Get out of the fear of the stagnation that it's never been done. Just feel lucky that you got a big invitation to the greatest party of all time. And this is magnificent. I'm happy to be here because it means I deserve it. And I don't think it's any job, because I really want to go back to the generation that was 40 years old, 30, 40 years old in the 80s when this new came up. And I think they should take that position. They should create, I don't know, föreningar, but don't really go there and talk about the weather. I mean, if you don't, it's got to run like never before. Maximize your potential with the things that we should do. Shein is producing, how much does it cost? Why do you even buy those clothes? Why do we have so much difference between the food? What? Why is everything commercialized? Everything, all of it, even our information, even our sanity, or how much we can take. But, let's go to Mars. Yeah, I believe in that. Maybe it's not quite time for that yet. Nobody going to Mars. I'm sorry, Elon. You need to attend to the party too. Because we're here first. And we're gonna fix this before we travel anywhere.